Good day. Welcome to Yoga with Bliss. So, this is a gentle yoga practice that most people can do. If you're more advanced and you like the life coaching and the messages, you just pump up the volume and make your yoga practice more intense if you want. If you have special needs and need it even more customized, you just customize and make it just right for you. You can always text me at the number below and I'll give you more information on the customization when we do next week's yoga. We start out with a little rhythm in my little Spotify because we always start with rhythmic limbering. Even when I go to someone else's yoga practice, I always go stand in the back of the room and do a little rhythmic limbering. The reason is it's so good for your joints to get that synovial fluid moving, your muscles just a little warm. So often in the movement and fitness and movement therapy world, people consider stretching a warm-up. Stretching is what you do after you're warmed up. And you can tell this is very intuitive. Think a silly putty. Don't you warm it up before you stretch it? You're from the East Coast, think a saltwater taffy. Don't you warm it up before you stretch it? Mountain, pelvic tilt, sternum lift. Instantly that engages your abdominal wall, up, back, and down. Did you feel that? Lift your chest, pull your shoulder blades together down your back. Breathe, relax the neck. Now let's keep that beautiful tall posture with wide stance and just swoop those arms out like you were gathering good things to you. Put your mind on your feet. Check your heels. Are they to the inside? Check your knees. Are they to the outside? Sometimes people collapse them in. No. Take the rotation right in your spine. Rotation right in your core. Come on up. Oh, yeah. When I do the reach, I feel a lift in my rib. What if you have to pamper your shoulders and you can't raise your arms? Lift your shoulders anyway. 4, the rib lift your way. What was right for you? Did you figure it out? Out front. Just 4. Hips forward. Take it down. Don't bend. Here we are, up tall. Feel that stretch in the trapezius side of your neck. Anybody Star Trek fans? Think of the Cardassians, not Kardashians. Cardassians, they have this big tendon on the side of their neck. They're some aliens. We're stretching out our Cardassian alien. Right here, forward. Breathe. I meant to say neck muscle. Take it down low, flat back. Right there. Keep that back flat. I'll show you a side view. Here we are. Now, how low do you go? Maybe right here. Maybe you're here. Your body knows for more of these here. Yeah. And come up tall and walk your hands up. Yes. Did you feel your spine lift? Keep your spine lifted. Breathing. If you lift your heel behind you, this stretches out the front of your thigh. If you accidentally pull your knee forward, it eliminates the stretch. So keep your knee down, heel back. Oh, I just squeezed my shoulder blades together. That lifted my sternum and I felt my abdominal wall engage. How is yours? Right here. How about a little step touch? Tall body, relaxed neck, pull together with your legs. Now your arms. Now your elbows might touch. Pull together and accept whatever your body gives you. Pull together. Pull together. Yes. We'll do 4 more. Oh, good job. Same legs. Put your arms out like a cactus. and press back with your elbows now. Press back and back. So I'm squeezing my legs together for a little inner thigh contraction, a little lubrication of the hip joint, but I'm lubricating the shoulder joint. Here, I'll show you side view. Push back, push back, push back. All righty, now take them down, relax those shoulders. My legs changed. I went to little crisscross legs, inner thigh, squeeze. If you've got tender knees, pick that front foot up off the floor so your knee is not getting hit and tilted sideways with pressure. It's just hanging there. Control. Walk your arms up now. There we go. Low shoulders, though your arms be up. Here's 4 and 3. Beautiful. Plant your leg. Let's trace a smile with your hands. Oh, come on, way up tall. Sometimes we do reach down, but today, right now, we're up tall. Trace the smile. If you've got something in the way, just bend your arm and work around it. How about over the top? I started small to check how are my shoulders today. And then I rise up, feel your abs engage, high as you can. As nearly over your head as your body will. If your arms naturally come forward because your shoulder won't allow it, intend for them to come. 4 up over here. And not just 4 smiles. Trace a smile. And there. Trace rainbow now. Here's 4. Feel your thighs warming up. You have unlocked knees underneath. Here. Yes. Let's warm up. Pull together the hip flexors with a little knee lift right here. Now my knee lift is really little. That just feels safer for me as I step down. In years past, I used to lift my leg way high. You listen to your body. Do you want your knees high or low? Do you want your arms high or low? Maybe your arms like to be right here. Did you select it? We'll do 4 more your way. Here's 3. Here's 2. Now this next move, stand tall. Feel your pelvic tilt and lift a leg behind you, behind you. This is just a little contraction in the buns, breathing, just a few. Yes, and the music said we've done our 10-minute warm-up. So let's stand tall. I want to do a standing cat-cow. So your knees are unlocked. Your body is lifted in its tall best spine. And you round that spine. And when you come up, you arch only as much as is good for your back. Round and come up. And I was wrong. Our warm-up is not over. Good, because I had a few more body parts that wanted something. Right here. Oh, yes. We did the cat-cow with our legs together. Now let's take the legs apart. Take yourself down. I don't know how low. Some days barely down. Other days are very low. Round and cave in. Come on up. Your body's arch your way. For me, as you can see, that's practically flat. But it feels like a beautiful arch. And cave in. And arch up. One last time. And cave in. And arch up. Yes. So we relaxed the back. Now let's use it. Here I've just turned a little diagonally. So I have one foot taking my weight. And I round my hands forward, open them back. When you come back, pelvic tilt. Make sure you're not doing a teenage cheerleader back bend here. You've got a pelvic tilt, protect that low back here. It's about opening the front of your body, not about a big back. And round and open. Beautiful. Let's come tall. First, I center up and check my shoulders, my pelvic girdle, and choose how low. Many a day, I feel good going all the way down to the ground. Other days, I barely go hip height. Your body, your way. And you're different from day to day. And and breathing. This truly is like a massage from the inside out. Lots of self-awareness. Yeah. Let's take a minute and come together with shoulder rolls. Body tall, neck. I'm just relaxing my neck whenever that happens. I do have epilepsy. Sometimes you might think I'm having a seizure. No, it's just relaxing. Here we are, body tall, and your feet right under your hip socket. Pelvic tilt and tilt. I'll show you a side view. It's a very subtle move. Pelvic tilt, tilt, and tilt. Now, here's what you're not doing. You're not rocking your body back and forth. You're just tipping that pelvis. Are you breathing? Bicep curl. I did put my elbows back. That helped my shoulders. Oh, yes, Joanne, that's beautiful. Help my shoulders stay back down my back. Yes. Now, same movement. Push out and out and out. Push out. You're keeping your body lined up. You're just tipping that pelvis. 4 legs. Push 4 and 3. Here's 2. Same movement. You're going to take your arms, little bend in the knee. First, get your pelvic tilt happening, and then push back and back. This is when sometimes people get their body going on. No, it's your nice little pelvic tilt with a little push back pelvic tilt. Tilt, tilt. If you were a puppy dog, you'd be tuck your tail underneath right there. Oh, a few shoulder rolls, and I ask you, can't you feel your feet are warmed up? Your calf muscles were warming up every time we pushed off side to side, front and back of your thighs. We got your buns. We got your core, shoulders, upper back. Are you feeling good? So it's kind of funny. Here we are. You hear me speak of my arthritis regularly. I got real good news. There was some concern that it might be rheumatoid. No, it isn't. It's regular old age osteoarthritis. And you know what that means? Let's stretch up. Gentle, regular movement, forward fold. Put your feet wherever it's right for your forward fold. Regular, we're just going to hang here. Gentle movement is the best thing. Now, what if you have no arthritis at all? Guess what? Now, take a minute. Give yourself what's right for you. Should you be up higher on a block, or a medium block, or a low block? Are you hanging out with me? Are you breathing? This is our first forward fold. We're not doing a real deep one yet. What about an elbow hug? Oh, yeah, you push with your feet to get yourself to rock a little side to side. Breathing. So this actually uses some muscles and alternately stretches. See how one hand was underneath? Put the other hand underneath. Now remember, many people do this with their feet right together. That would be fine. My knees like it better here. What does your body like? Did you switch your elbow to the other side? All right, one final best forward fold hang. Breathe and be. Exhale. Very nice. Everybody will sit. I'll show you side views. Sit your butt down. Reiterate your flat back and a ride. If you've never tried it that way, it's an interesting alternative to getting up one vertebrae at a time. How are your shoulder rolls? Breathe and be. So there was a forward bend. How about a side bend? Now, when we do these flexibility moves, we're also doing strength moves. You see, you have your beautiful goddess leg. Oh, I need a goddess first. You know I do. Now, let's talk hands. I see some people do their goddess hands forward. Some people do their goddess hands palms in. Just feel the difference. Make an educated choice for you. You might be down much lower than I, or less than I. Have you chosen your height, your goddess, your way? Breathe and be. I'm going to take this goddess and just rotate like a weeping willow. Now think about your knees. Don't let your knees collapse in. Your legs, hips are stationary. You're rotating from right here, right in the waistline area. Now I'll tell you something I do. I pull back with my weeping willow branch in the back. And I do this slowly with control, not big with a bunch of momentum. Okay, I want to show a couple people are doing this. See my hips? I'll put my hands on them so you can. A couple people are doing this where their hips are moving. You're missing it. Keep your knees out, hips stationary, and move the top of your body with your bottom half stationary. Can you feel what that does for your back? Good job. Now comes that side. You see, we have these bent legs. Your thighs were working. Can't you feel that? You have good posture. I'm going to lean down, and some people will hold on to their hip or their waist or the thigh. Some people will hold on to a piece of furniture. It's your side angle, your way. Now, because my shoulders are thawing, I start and just get that shoulder up and back, and then choose how far to lean. Breathing and holding and back. Very nice. Everybody's form is superb. That I can see. If you're here on YouTube, look in the mirror. Let's try the other side. Take a moment. You bend one leg. The other knee is long, not locked. Are you holding on? And what's right for your shoulder? Do you come up like this, or do you slide up the middle? I remember we were in class and someone was right here and they were stuck. But when they slid up the middle, they could go high. What does your body tell you is right for you? Breathing. Now we're holding this again. You feel the strength. You've got your pelvic tilt, shoulder back, arm extended. Your arm might be way far, like a straight line from leg to arm. Mine doesn't quite make it. Come on back, whatever way's right for you to the God. But you know my recipe. Do what you can and say thank you. Breathe and be. I'm going to roll myself up and feel some shoulder rolls. Let my feet be under me. To be honest, the bottoms of my feet were getting hot. Whooshed into the mat all that time. They need some air. Breathing. So we'll do a little blend of the side angle and warrior two with some shoulder work. So we start with our warrior mountain. Weight on the ball of the foot side, front and back. Before we start this little two asana vinyasa, I want you to say in your mind, I am able. I am able. I accept whatever I'm able to. And let's try a warrior two. Your width, your depth, your arms, you are able. Are you sitting on a ball, on a chair, on an ottoman? That you're able. Breathing. How much bend do you want in this front leg? Want more muscle challenge? Come down lower. Want a little different? Come in closer. And now here's the side angle. Upper arm out. And you can hold on, you can dangle, you can go down and touch the floor. You are able to do it your way. Oh, isn't this true for life? If you try to do it somebody else's way, if I tried to palm the floor like I used to be able to do a few injuries ago, I would feel hopeless, like I'm helpless, I can't do it. But when I customize it just right for me, I am able, and I want you to notice I got this arm straight in line with my leg this time, didn't I? Breathing. Now, here's the shoulder rehab. Come on down, let your body turn. Your bottom half is staying the same. Now your bottom, open up the top, come around. Roll the top to the side and come down. So here's the key to feeling able, to feeling empowered, to feeling I can know yourself, move and learn yourself, and customize whatever it is to a way that you can do it. Now I'm just going to stop right down here. I want to end up in a forward fold. So I just give myself a knee bend and I push off and find myself wanting this forward fold. Uh-oh, should you have a block? You want to stop right here on a cushion of a chair? Are you breathing? Your forward, where are your feet? Leslie, your feet need to be farther apart just like mine do. Listen to your own feet, your own way. See, that's me relaxing my neck. Give your best expression of your forward fold. That means you're down low enough that you feel a lot of stretch. And if I said we're going to stay here a while, you wouldn't go, oh no. You'd go, oh. Relax that neck. This time we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. In my mind's eye, I tuck my tailbone and I roll up one vertebrae at a time. When I come up, that leaves me a little rounded. So I got a shoulder roll. Here we are. Feel your centeredness. Appreciate your wisdom to know what you need and your cleverness and creativity to adjust your pose, your life, your tasks to within what you can reach. Let's have a warrior two. Which way is right for you? Now this shoulder should be back, the arms should be lined up. I have a mirror in front of me and I can see that mine isn't. So this hand that should go back farther, I'm going to intend. Oh, look, it did. It went back farther when I intended. That's one of life's surprises. Always intend farther because you never know. Now look at that. Isn't that a balance? Let's head to our side angle. Choose your leg width. Choose your hand support. Choose where your arms are going. Isn't it a balance between intending a little further and knowing yourself and how you need to customize? They're both important. If you intend too far, you feel helpless because you can't do it. If you never intend further, you might be able to do more than you know. So that may well be one of the breathing. Let's take this arm and we're going to rotate that shoulder forward and come on down. I had to adjust my legs for the big shoulder circle. Breathing. Sometimes I think that's all life is a dance between, oops, take care, I can't do that, and reach a little further, maybe I can. And the better you get at that dance, the more your body, your life, your mood, your feeling able will do you well. Now this time when we come up, one last fabulous. Now I'm going to think about that back leg. I want to bring it here to a forward fold. So I give a little bend and I push off. And here I am. Should I forward fold right here by my kitty cat? Just have a little bitty one right now. Do I want a medium forward fold with my blocks? I'm going down a little at a time. Even though I can palm the floor, going down a little at a time really feels like I'm giving myself the opportunity to find the best for me today. After low block, for me, comes fingertips. And you might do fingertips on the low block. Keep customizing with your blocks, your fingers. Are you breathing? Your best. Do you have your feet wide enough for your belly to exist? A distance that feels good on your hips and your knees? That's it. That's to know yourself and customize. And then you can succeed. You know what happens. Our culture tells us you're supposed to do it this way. So you try to do it this way. By the way, with forward folds, they tell you lock your knees. No. And then when you can't do it the way you're supposed to, You feel ineffective, unable. But when you know yourself, you customize. Aren't you stretching while I'm talking? Let's come on up, this time flat back. So for the flat back, you sit your butt down and lift your body up. So your back is now flat. Reiterate that flat back. Push with your legs to arrive. Completely different muscles are used in the roll up one vertebrae at a time and come up with the flat back. Are you breathing? Very nice. Okay, this next little sequence requires, it's interesting, it's not a sequence, it's just a single asana, but I break it down into a little sequence. True self-knowledge. And when you know yourself and customize to what's just right for you, you will feel completely successful. It's the Warrior 3. Now, the full Warrior 3 is flying in the middle of the room, no supports, flat back, leg out, arms extended. And if you have that available to you, please enjoy. But if you, like me and many other people, need to customize, let's do it a little at a time. For my Warrior 3, I start in my mountain. I'm wiggling around, feeling my feet well grounded, my pelvic tilt, my sternum lifted, shoulders down, chin tucked. I've looked at a drishti point, breathing. By the way, I'm going to show you one more thing. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Keep your palms forward. If your palms come in, sometimes your collarbone comes in, and that's going to throw your balance off. Here we are. I'm going to step forward onto one foot, giving me time to really feel the best place to be putting all my weight on that foot. By the way, for me, it is with the teeniest, tiniest turnout. It's not exactly straight for me. What is it for you? Here we begin. Oh, cat, you're not supposed to be there. Just a minute. Get out of here. I'm sorry. I'm replacing the glass on my door, and she does not approve. Here we are. The back toe is your touchstone, your balance root. You have your flat back. Let's keep your flat back and choose your arms for Warrior 3. I'm going to just lower the top half. You want your arms tucked in and flat back lower? You want your arms out and flat back lower? I'm still recovering from a lettuce planting hip injury, so I'm going to hold on when I do my flat back. But see, I have this toe still down here for my balance root. To challenge a little more intensely, I'll try holding on with just one arm or maybe just the other. Take your unlocked leg and your strength and lift yourself up. When your arms come behind you, now we're going to work on lifting your back end, your foot. So we have a lift here. By the way, hold on to a wall, hold on to a chair, lift and breathe. Find your balance with the lower half lifted. There you go. Want to put them together? Tuck in your arm and take out your arm. Oh, touch your balance root anytime you want. Pick it up anytime you can. And when your body says you want to try, go ahead and tip yourself down. I use the chair to find the down tilt that feels good. And then, as I said, I might try one arm. Although my injured hip that's bearing my weight says to keep both arms on the support. What does your body say? You could be using the wall for support. Flex that back foot. Breathing. Take your time lower and come on up. We'll do the little sequence on the other side. This is giving you time to customize your Warrior 3. When you're in a practice online or in a studio and they're zipping through Warrior 3s, you can go just right into the one part of Warrior 3 that worked for you. Nice mountain, pelvic tilt, sternum lift, long neck, chin tuck, hands forward. Now, I just want to say my round belly makes it look like I've leaned forward. I want you to look at my back. Never mind the softness, look at my spine. I'm up also nice and tall. That's where I want you, up nice and tall. First, we put the weight on the foot you did not yet stand on. And you put your balance root behind. This leg bends a little in order for your balance root to touch. You guys look great. And here we are, hips squared up, shoulders squared up. First, I did the upper body. I said, do I want to be eating a watermelon and keep my elbows tucked in when I lean? See what that feels like. Do I want my arms out? Do I want my arms up? Have you chosen your arms? Lean your upper body with a balance root. With the balance root. Are you breathing? You look bad. Now, come on in with your arms and bring yourself up. This time, we're going to focus on lifting the leg. So you might leave your arms back to reiterate your flat back. You may choose, as I think I will, to have something to lean on. Could be my wall, handy. So here I have my beautiful flat back with a balance root. I am going to lean just enough to pick up my back foot. And I'm flying my warrior 3 or holding on, but I haven't tilted it yet. Can you feel the difference? So first we tilt the upper body, then we fly the lower body, and then you say to yourself, still sit. Want to put it together? Want to fly the whole warrior 3? Breathing. I'm holding on to my chair just for the record. It's just nicer on all my joints. Look at my neck. If you look up at your outstretched hand, you give yourself a crick in the neck. Nice neutral neck. Lift that leg wherever you choose. Dip that chest wherever you choose. And breathe and feel your best customized expression of the warrior 3 for you. And when you're ready, put your leg down and lift yourself up. And I got to put some shoulder rolls and wiggles into that. Isn't that magnificent? See, I have some ruptured discs and fakakta in the small of my back. So it gives me tons of information. And I am here to tell you that worked your low back so beautifully. That's another example. So many times in my life, the docs say, well, now after this injury, you're never going to be able to do this or do that. And I say, fine. I will be very cautious. I will accept what my body can do. Breathe. Let's have a wide mountain and just knees are out, pelvic tilt. Hip bones are stationary. Don't let them rotate. Hip bones stationary. Now rotate the upper body. Just a little rotational revolution and a stretch through the muscles in the back, sides, core. It's acceptance, a little more persistence, and heaven knows what your body will do. Shoulder roll up. Let's bring ourselves down to the ground with just a few things strung together at invented vinyasa that will work our core. Excuse me, I'm going to hold my mat a little out. And we're going to work the core. There we go. With a little dog plank dog. Now you know that. Do you know yourself? What's going to be the right thing for you? Should you be on the back of a chair or a dog plank dog? Are you going to be down lower on an ottoman or on a block or on the mat? Breathing. Very nice. We're just going to do the dog plank dog and bring ourselves up and rinse and repeat. Here we are. Mount. By the way, as your body gets muscle memory, breath memory, mount. You can carry that into your any day. Breathe more silently than I do. And whenever you feel a need to center and relax, a need to feel more able, more empowered, mount. I'm heading down to a downward dog. I think I'll use the chair today. The down dog, whether you're in a chair or on the mat or in between. You step back, your heels intend toward the ground. Many people, they're up, that's fine. Your chest sinks down as much as your shoulders allow. tailboard bound to the sky. Eye of the elbow forward, breathing. Long spine on your down dog. Oh, stretched shoulders. Do you need your hands a little wider to feel better in your neck and shoulder area? Let's go to the plank. For the plank, you might put your feet together and your body goes from your, oh, my mat's sliding away, from your heels to the base of your skull in a straight line. I looked at my, oh, you guys look great. Back to your dog, your way, breathing, being. Are you on the ground? Are you up? Now, after this dog, and I'm going to go down to join you for it, we're going to head back to a forward fold. Do you want to just bend your knees and crab walk forward? Do you want to lift one leg? Notice which one it is. Come forward, stop with flinging your foot all the way to your hand. Or do you do as I do? Stop your foot in the middle, take a moment with your pyramid. Breathe with your pyramid a moment in whatever way feels good for you. And then walk up that back leg and look at there you are in your fabulous forward fold. Just right for you. Breathe and be. Here we are, think in your mind. What do you want to do for your dog, plank dog? I'm going to try mine on blocks. You'll see, I might be right back up on the chair. I'm intending a little further, but I will accept what my body needs. Now remember, here's an option. A short dog. Where I didn't go very far back. I still have weight on my hands. It's not a forward fold. Your dog, your way. Your plank, your way. I can feel that's not going to be right for my shoulders, so I'm moving my plank my way. Your dog, your way. Breathe into that dog, long spine, sink the chest. Now the leg you did not lift last time, that's the leg that lifts this time. And when you come forward, do you fling it forward right to your hand? Do you step it forward? Do you do a crab walk? I take a moment here and just feel my pyramid. It gives me a moment to check on what do I need and how should I customize. And then I walk forward into my forward fold. Fabulous. Well, now we're going to head down to the ground. And I'm going to do that by doing a down dog. These are my knee pads. And then lowering into a table. Your down dog, your way. Lower to your table, your way. My most injured knee lowers second. But they're all lowering onto a big cushiony block. So remember to pamper yourself. There's our, a few cat cows are coming on. How could they not? Remember we did that Warrior 3 and how it was wonderful and strengthened your back and stretched your shoulders and encouraged your balance. Kathy, today our balance is being done with Warrior 3, and now it will be done with the Tiger. I'm moving back just a little, so I have room in case my arm wants to come out. So we did a cat cows. For the Tiger, you're in your best table, knees under you, arms where you like. If you don't like a deep bend in your wrist, you can take your arms out forward. Eye of the elbow forward, strong, and the shoulder blades down your back. And I'm going to take one leg out. I might keep my balance root, flex foot onto the ground. I may leave this hand right here, or I may take a block and support myself. Now, just like Warrior 3, I might lift up the bottom half. I might put the bottom half down and lift up the top half, neutral neck. I might try and fly them both. This back foot, the top of it, pushes into the ground and gives you yet another balance point. Lifting, being, appreciating whatever was right for you, and find yourself back down into your table. Well, before we do, On the other side, I need a little cat and cow to relax the spine. We'll tiger the other side in a minute. Do you remember which knee you were on last time? Which foot went out for your tiger? The knee that went out for the tiger is the knee that's going to hold your body weight. Here's your balance route. You can keep that on the ground the whole time. If you have an injury or a weakness that affects your balance, this is my knee that awaits replacement that I'm kneeling on. So I might leave my toe down to assist. Maybe I'll leave both down. Now I'm going to intend a little further and see, what does my body say? Breathing, being, neutral neck, your tiger, your way. And when you're ready, bring yourself down gently for one final cat cow. Oh, now I ask you, can't you just feel your whole body is telling you, do a child's pose, please? So here we are. Do you leave your knees together for the child's pose? Do you take your knees apart for the child's pose? See what's right for your body. Are you breathing? Now for shoulders, the child's pose, arms outstretched, is a fabulous shoulder stretch. If you have a shoulder injury, I'm doing one at a time. My one shoulder is being carefully stretched. Then I'll stretch my shoulder that's recovering from being frozen. And here it is. I accept what my body can do. I breathe into it with gratitude and appreciation. I check my form for safety and health. And then I intend just a smidgen more intense and see, what will my shoulder do? Now that was interesting. My shoulder wouldn't do any more, but my hips lowered a bunch more when I tried for more intense. Whenever you're ready from your child's pose, your way, we're going to pull ourselves together and head down into a Sphinx. So for the Sphinx, you lay yourself down. I think no more knee pads are needed. And you find yourself onto your elbows. If you have shoulder issues, be aware of the placement of your elbows. Place them where they're good for you. If you have, your arms are coming in, intend for them to come as straight as they will. My recovering or thawing shoulder, this arm won't really go straight, but I'll intend for it to go as straight as it will. Now, to me, this is one of the most important parts of the Sphinx. A pelvic tilt. Keep that pelvic tilt. If you have a big round belly like I do, you're literally arranging your softness as you do your pelvic tilt. If you are a very lean person with hip bones forward, you might put a second mat so that your pubic bone and hip bones don't press too much into the mat. We are all different. Everybody's a good body. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Should you stay there for your back bend, or do you want to come up to what I call a half cobra? So your Sphinx has your hands here, your half cobra, eye of the elbow forward, shoulders down your back, pelvic tilt strongly engaged. And now, be with me. I'm coming back to the Sphinx, and I'm going to ask my body how it feels about a full cobra, where my hands are going right into the dent where my elbow was. And I see how my body feels about pushing up into a full cobra. Breathing and being. Your arms don't lock. They just come up. You got that pelvic tilt. The pelvic tilt protecting the low back L4, L5 is what makes it available. Breathing. to many people, without that pelvic tilt, butt cheek squeeze, come on down into your Sphinx. You would be doing a big bend right there at your waistband and crunching your vertebrae. We want to open the abdominal wall because we were just getting ready to work it. Turn yourself over any way you want. You don't have to do this cutely. You don't have to do it cleverly. Just find yourself over and sitting up. So it's a boat. It's a customized boat. By the way, if you hate the boat, lay yourself down and do some leg work that uses your hip flexors and your abdominal wall. Millie, the kitty cat, loves the boat. So here we are. Here's an error many people make with a boat. I'll show you direct sideways. A lot of people want to do a good job and be up tall. No, for the boat, I've got my feet anchored, and you round yourself over like a teenager shoveling Cheerios into their mouth, all rounded over. Keep that roundedness as you lean back. I'm going to come up again. Put your hands right on your abdomen when you're in your slouched over Cheerio eating mode. Put your fingertips on your midriff and come on back. Stay rounded. Oh, did you feel your abs engage? That's where we want to hang. Now for the boat, we do various amounts of, you want a bent leg lift, just one? Do you want two? You want to hold on? Do you like them straight? Are you playing? Here's where you know yourself and you do what is right for you. Now I'm unable, it's not available to me right now to let go with both hands, but I can let go with one and then the other. Did you play with what boat was right for you? And when you're done playing for a while, set down one foot and the other. Come on forward. Let's have your butterfly, your way. Know yourself. Ground yourself. For some people, the butterfly means sitting slouched, almost perfectly tall, and lean a little forward. I gotta say, I can go lower, but that feels great too. So it's your butterfly, your way. Listen to your body. Breathe with what's right for you. Now I have my hands outstretched because I'm over far enough that adds to my weight. But when you're up higher, hold on to your shins and roll gently so that you can find the stretch that's right for you. Never pull on your toe, only your ankle. I'll tell you why, Dave. I hope. That butterfly was so fabulous. So the rectus abdominis and the hip flexors were highly involved in that boat. I want to involve the obliques and transverse on the sides of your core. So I have my oars in the water. My feet are down and touching. I am rounded neck. I go back. Oh, I felt my abs engage. I'm going to go one shoulder back and reach one shoulder forward. Switch it out. And I'm going to put breath with it. I'm really giving a squeeze back, a gentle rotation. You can go much more quickly than I am if you want. You can go more slowly than I. Go the pace that allows you to feel proprioceptive movement, perceive through movement, and give yourself what you need. And isn't that the overall theme of today's practice? Perceive yourself, give yourself what you need, and you will be the most empowered, the most able, the most active person to succeed in your life. Let's come right here into the middle. Come on back and activate, and just come up a half inch and down. Up ahead, my arms are neutral and out. Up a half inch and down. Well, my dear, I know we work today. Do you know why? My forearms are dripping. Oh, and I'm in an air-conditioned house. How your abs feeling? Can't you feel your hip flexors? Well, lay yourself down on your side. Face the computer, tablet, or phone, and let's give your hip flexors a little treat. I'm going to put my version of a pillow under my head. You might just use your arm. You might use a lower pillow, like Suzanne, get a smaller block, a 3-inch block, I think it is, maybe 2. I'm going to use the 4-inch block because what it does is it keeps my spine neutral. I don't think Millie's in the way of what you need to see. So here I am, just neutral spine. It took a moment for it to relax, breathing. I'm going to hug my knee up and just feel my low back relax. Now take my leg long, straight down. It's not forward, it's not back yet. It's straight down. And let that side of the foot lower to the mat. I'm going to move out so I have more room behind me. Lowers to the mat. Now it's interesting. When I think of this top hip as my foot is down, if I rotate a little, I can find right where my foot wants to pop up off the ground. That means my iliacus is stretching best. It's a muscle right under this hip bone area. It fans out under that whole big bone in the pelvis. And that iliacus loves and needs to be stretched. It's a major source of back pain and hip pain when the iliacus gets tighter and tighter and tighter. So we stretched it. I told you we were going to stretch out those hip flexors. Another hip flexor is the psoas. Look at my leg. I'm just sliding it back. Sliding it back. I did put this arm out front, and I pulled this arm out front too. Now you can just hang right here. This leg is unlocked down on the ground. I'm going to use my hand just to talk. Right in here is where the psoas is. It connects you from your inside of your spine down through your pelvic girdle to the top of your femur or thigh bone. And your psoas is going, yeah, baby, stretch me out. So many people who are very athletic yoga instructors have hip issues. And very often it's implicated into the need for relaxed, passive psoas stretch. I know we stretch the psoas with every lunge, but lunges, the psoas is both contracted to hold the position and elongated to stretch, and it does not stretch as fully and in the same way as this passive psoas stretch. Now let's add a quadricep stretch. Think about your knee, your ankle, if it's okay for you. Ouch. I can't bend my knee, but bend that knee and get a nice quadricep stretch. I'm going to wiggle around and see if I can figure out a way that I can bend. Yeah. I intended further and I figured it out. Breathing. So I've developed a lot of tightness in my quadricep. Whenever you find a place you've found a lot of tightness, hit pause on the YouTube video, or if you're in practice with us today, take your time and stretch that area longer. So if you need a longer quad stretch, go ahead. I'm going to do a few extras after class, and we bring ourselves back to neutral. How about if we turn over and do the other side? So I moved my pillow so I could turn over better. And here we are in the neutral position or fetal position. On the other side, you got your hips stacked, your shoulders stacked. This arm, the top arm reaches out forward, stabilized by the bottom arm. Oh, wait, I forgot that big knee hug felt so good on the other side. Top leg, give it a knee hug with the top arm. Now outstretch that top arm, outstretch that top leg long. curl the bottom leg away, and then breathe into it. Now, what's funny is I happen to know who's in class today, and I think every single one of you, the side of your foot goes right down on the ground. My iliacus is a little tighter. I have to breathe into it, relax into it, let the muscles stretch. By the way, if for any of these stretches your hip on the ground is grinding into the mat and has too much pressure, put another cushion right under the hip area. Breathing. So here we are, that iliacus is stretching. I'm going to rock my body a little forward and back till I find the place that feels like the iliacus got the best stretch. And I'm going to just hang there and breathe a while. This is also with this arm out stretch, fabulous shoulder, side of the rib, beautiful stretches many places. Now leave the leg long but not locked and slide it back. Slide it back, and there it is. There's that psoas stretch. Pull the arm forward, the shoulders forward, the leg back, and that psoas stretches out. The iliacus, iliopsoas, and psoas are your major hip flexors. We use them with every single step. When we sit in our chairs, they're just sitting with no stretch at all, and they can get shorter and shorter and shorter. We must do a passive psoas stretch several times every day to balance out our normal human life. I recommend this stretch in bed at night, in bed in the morning. Okay, after you got up and went pee, get back in and just do this stretch. Breathing. Being. When you're ready, we're just going to roll onto the back any way that you want. I got a little windshield wipers going on with my legs. How are yours? I'm walking myself down from the chair because I want to let my arms come up and hang down. Now my falling shoulder doesn't hang down very far, so I'll just breathe into it and give it what it wants. When you find the best place for your shoulders, double check your pelvic tilt. Breathing. Very nice. I'm going to put my elbows in and hug my knees and enjoy a little rock side to side. A little rock up and down. Actually, that's the roll side to side and the rock up and down. Did that feel good? How about a happy baby? The happy baby is different for all of us. You just hold under your legs and let your shins shine the soles of your feet to the ceiling. You hold it onto your shins. You hold onto your baby toe. Your happy baby your way. Some people rock their happy baby just a little. I rock my happy baby till my knee touches. Sorry, Millie. Till my knee touches the ground. I landed on her tail. It just feels so good. Oh, what feels good for you? I don't know, but it's proprioceptive stretching. So your happy baby was wherever it was right for you. But let's give a little nod to Joyce. Joyce, one day I looked out and she straightened her legs with her happy baby and rocked it. And I gave it a try and it felt so good. I call it the ecstatic baby. Do you want a happy baby or an ecstatic baby? Which one's right for you? Listen to your body, make a choice. After the happy baby, all we have is Shavasana. So in your yogi mind, think about what do you need? Do you want to reach over and grab a block or a bolster that you're going to put under your knee. Breathing. Roll your shoulder blades down your back. Pelvic tilt. Lower your legs partway with a block under them, or long if it's available to you. Breathing. Some of the stretches we did with the butterfly actually lengthen things that help you to lay flat. And as we age, the chance we'll ever have to be laying flat in an MRI or a CAT scan increase. Let your body lay as flat as you can. Intend a little further. Appreciate what you've got. Thank you. What about your hands? Are they flat down by your side? Do you need to pamper them in some way? In some customized position? After you did some stretches with the palm down. So this one really hurts, but I know it's good for me. Don't do things that really hurt unless you have had both doctor and physical therapist tell you it's good for you. Just one isn't enough. So when something really hurts and it's good for you, be extra gentle. You may hold it extra long. Now relax into what's the most relaxing Shavasana for you. Put your hands any place you want. Let your feet relax. I go with a little wiggle and let my entire core relax. I'm going to let my face relax. Relax and breathe and be. There it is. Your lovely Shavasana. You want to stay here a lot longer. Be my guest. I'm going to gradually work my way up because I will need to turn off the recording soon. I can't put YouTube recordings up that last forever. Are you breathing? By the way, I'm wiggling around to get my elbow on the mat because I lean up on my elbow, and I did not want that to be on that little strip of hardwood floor. Are you staying laying if that's right for you? Are you coming up into a seat if it's right for you? You know what has become my favorite saying? Build a life that meets your needs. And that way, you won't have to meet your needs in some unhelpful way. The same is true for our practice. Choose the seat that's right for you. And you won't be sitting in some unhelpful way. You want to be right up against the wall and feel, you know what I do? Right up against the wall. I walk my butt right into the baseboard. Now I'm going to lift up. I felt my dimples touch. I felt my shoulder blade touch an ice cold plaster wall. I feel the back of my head. Do you have your legs crossed? You have them stacked like logs? Your seat, your way, your spine up all. Use the wall. Breathing. I'm going to do a forward lean. You do whatever you want. Breathe and feet. I got away from some of my stretches for a few weeks when I was healing from the hives. Life is so interesting. So I'm stretching in ways that are gentle. Breathe. It allowed me to slowly regain the flexibility I had before that episode. I'm relaxing my neck. How's yours? Claim whatever seat you choose for our final outreach to the body and say thank you, body. Cross over heart center any way that you choose. Say thank you, whoever, whatever you believe in. Up stretch in the way that's right for your shoulders. Pat yourself on the back or chest or head and say thank you, self, for bringing me to this practice. And finally, Gather all good things to you. Find your hand over heart center. And know the light in these seeds, the light in you. Thank you so much for coming to practice with me, whether it was in person on Saturday morning at 10 or it's on YouTube anytime for you. Namaste. Please relax and hold your stretch as long as you want. Hold your Shavasana if you're still laying down and long. Listen to your body. I'm just going to turn off the recording, and you know what happens after that. The people who are here, stay, get your tea or coffee, or juice, and we'll say hello. Oh, didn't that feel good? Oh my goodness. I'm going to be truthful. I don't know what I would do without you guys. And yes, I do. Because I cannot make myself exercise without somebody. Thank goodness Ken exercises with me in our little gym at our house. Without you guys, I would be a little stone baby, as tight as a drum. Because I know myself, I need support. So I teach. You know yourself, you need support? Well, come on in and practice with us. Thanks so much. Bye.